Make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help support the channel and get access to all my picks before I talk about them here. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So if you watched my last video, you'll see that things are playing out basically exactly how I predicted. I said that Bitcoin was about to take a sudden big drop, as we're seeing here. If we zoom out here to the 3-month view, this is bad right here. See, we had a nice steady up climb to this point, and for the first time, see, if you look at all these previous, if you look at all the previous peaks, you'll notice that they never came directly back straight down. They're still going in an upwards direction. See, it came down, but it's almost going horizontally because it's still trending upwards. Each one of these, see, now the problem is the one that we just had now. This is we should be worried. See, because this one came straight back down for the first time. See how different. If you look here, look at how different this almost like triangle is versus this one. See, they're very different looking. When you see one like this, you should be worried. That means that this is the peak of the mountain, and now we're coming back downwards. And this right here is also bad. See, what this should be looking like? It should be looking like this here. That would be good. This because that's what we've seen all these previous times. Every time it continued on, it was still in an upward direction. This is the first time now that we're literally pointing downwards. See, this is the peak here, and now we're going down. And if you guys, again, if you watch my last video, if we zoom out here, we're at the absolute all-time high on Bitcoin right now. And I said whenever we reach a point like this where you're at an all-time high, that there's a good chance we're going to reverse and come back down. I mean, of course, it could always still go up higher, but it's risky, very risky. I'd say extremely risky. So hopefully you guys listen to me and you either sold at the peak or you did not buy it back in. And what I would suggest now, I think we're going to come down quite a bit before I would buy back in. You should obviously be monitoring this on the daily, and I'd say when we come back probably to like right at this level here, it's going to reverse and come. There's a good chance it can reverse when it comes back down to here. When it intersects this point, we might go back up again. So you need to be watching for when it hits right around here. And if you start to see what you're looking for, just as I pointed out how this changed direction, that this was bad, I'll show you what happens when it changes direction and it's a good thing. Let's go out to the 1 year. Okay, here we are right here. This point, what was this, about July 20th, roughly? Okay, so we can see there's a steady down motion here, right? It's always going down, but then something happened right here to send it into an upward motion. So let's take a look at that a little more closely right quick. So we see that we have a nice sharp tick upwards, right? And you want to make sure that this is not a fake out. Sometimes you get a fake out where it just comes right back down. So what we see is, unlike this one up here, where we get a really stark reversal downwards, right? This one over here, it's going, like I said earlier, it's going kind of more horizontal almost. Look at the difference between these two lines, right? This one's kind of going somewhere in between, and then we come back up here, right? We come back up, and this is really good. See, now you can see each down it's kind of more horizontal instead of like, again, see the difference there? When it's kind of doing this instead of this, that's what you want. You want this right here, where it's kind of going almost sideways, right? And each time the low isn't as low, right? It's going higher here, right? That's good. And of course, yes, it dipped back lower here, but that's to be expected. You know, it's always going up and down. And maybe it comes down. See what happened here? It dipped here, started to come up back up, and you see here, people weren't really sure what was happening. We were worried that it came down here. Let me clean this up a little bit. We were worried that people were worried that it did this here, that, right? So it comes back up, and you can see here there's almost like, this is almost like a trading sideways. whenever you see it trading sideways, that's when people aren't really sure what to do, what's going to happen. Everything else is up, down, up, down, up, down. But when it starts doing sideways like this, like you're seeing right here, that's when people aren't really sure what's going to happen. So what happened there, right? It came back down again, and it's right on par with this level. It retested this level again, and for the second time, it bounced off there, right? So we bounced off of here twice. That was confirmation that this was the bottom. When it bounces off the exact same level twice, that's the bottom. Boom, send it back upward again. So I think, like I said, I think we're going to retrace, and we're probably going to hit this bottom again. And when we bounce off of it again here, that's good. If it breaks through here, be worried. But I think we're probably going to bounce off and come back up again. So if we look at some of the other cryptos here, let's take a look at, like I said earlier, all the other cryptos copy what Bitcoin is doing, right? Look at this. Litecoin, Bitcoin, everything is down, almost at the exact same percentage level. Now, why is that? Because they all copy what Bitcoin. I mean, you could compare the charts side by side, and they almost look identical, right? Let's look at this. This is Ethereum. I mean, it's almost like you're looking at the exact same chart. You should be watching where the bottom is, just the same way you're watching for when the peak is going to be. Because if you buy in low, that should be celebrated equally just as much as if you sold when it's high. Buying in at the bottom is, I mean, you should be doing cartwheels if you're lucky enough to actually buy it right at the bottom, you know, because then you're going to make a nice profit when it comes back up. So you see Ethereum, we broke through 4,000. Now that's another bad thing. Like whenever you break through like a nice round number like 4,000, so typically what might happen is we might go all the way back down to 3,000. Might test 3,000, might go lower than that. So it's what you're hoping for is that it hits 4,000 and then bounces off back up above it, you know. The fact that it broke through, not good. Wow, look at how low it's going. If it breaks 60,000, that would be interesting. I mean, we were at 66,000 like 2 days ago, so it's going down a lot. So where's it going to go from here? Here's my prediction of what's going to happen next. I already told you I think we're going to come down and then come back up, but how long is it going to take? I mean, you can just tell, like if you just put the other half, if you just draw the other half in here, you know, how much time was this right here? It might take equally as long to hit this point and bounce back up again. So not too much longer. My suggestion, guys, is I never read articles. I never listen to what the news says or TikTokers, or I don't really listen to YouTubers myself these days. And the reason is they're so often wrong. I mean, they're basically just guessing, and they're right just as much as they're wrong. So it's a coin toss. I look at the chart myself and I make up my own mind. You know, when I listen to other people, they always steer me in the wrong direction, you know. Let me just show you something really interesting here on that note. All right, so here's Dogecoin, right? I remember when we were going from here to here, right? Clearly, it's just going down, 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 down. All the YouTubers and TikTokers and articles, they're telling me that it's going to go up any day now, and this is a good thing, and you're going to be rich very soon. And it's just going down, down, down. I'm like, who am I supposed to believe? You or my own eyes? Because from what my own eyes can see, it's just going down, down, down. Like, why am I listening to somebody telling me it's going up when I can clearly see it's just going down? So learn how to read charts. Look at the charts yourself, and you know your own eyes won't lie to you. If you diamond hand, that's when you're going to make the most money. All right, guys. See you next time.